Why is Brock Lesnar on the cover of WWE 2K17? He's a part-timer. He's not around. He sucks. He hasn't done anything but throw people over his head and suplex them. When are they going to get somebody that's actually in the WWE on the cover of the game? Why don't we have Dean Ambrose? Why don't we have Seth Rollins? Heck, I'll even take Roman Reigns. He's around more than Brock Lesnar is. What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, and yesterday, WWE 2K17 actually dropped the trailer with Brock Lesnar cover superstar reveal. I'm going to call this the Suplex City trailer, and if you haven't actually checked out that trailer, make sure you follow the link in the description. I'll go ahead and link it out there. But there's a lot of interesting things that coming out of this trailer and WWE 2K17. We know an October 11th release date for the game, and we know that Brock Lesnar's on the cover, and there's a lot of superstars that were actually revealed for the game in this trailer as hidden Easter eggs and stuff like that. So if you want to check it out, make sure you follow the link in the description. I'll link that one as well. And then also I have a full conference call with Brock Lesnar that some of you may have missed on my channel. It's about an hour long, but it actually goes into a lot of detail about Brock Lesnar's UFC fight. Paul Heyman's actually answering a lot of questions about that. Some people ask questions about the game and a bunch of other cool stuff that you definitely do want to check out if you missed all of that stuff. Again, make sure you're subscribed so you can get all of that info and all of that goodness. So as I said, the WWE 2K17 teaser trailer, Brock Lesnar, Suplex City, whatever buzzword you want to use, was dropped yesterday. And with this came a lot of attention on the cover. Now you're probably thinking, well, it's just a cover of a game. Well, it's a little bit more than that. A lot of people are getting upset with this. I've seen comments on Facebook. I've seen comments on Twitter. I've seen comments on the YouTube comments just saying, why is Brock Lesnar on the cover of WWE 2K17? He's a part-timer. He's not around. He sucks. He hasn't done anything but throw people over his head and suplex them. When are they going to get somebody that's actually in the WWE on the cover of the game? Why don't we have Dean Ambrose? Why don't we have Seth Rollins? Heck, I'll even take Roman Reigns. He's around more than Brock Lesnar is. But you have to look at it like this. Brock Lesnar is a marketing machine, right? He is global news, worldwide, ESPN, headlines everywhere when Brock Lesnar comes back to WWE. Plus, Brock Lesnar is going to UFC, and that is only good stuff for WWE. Now, the big question that we want to know about his UFC, is he going to win? Is this going to be good for WWE if Brock Lesnar goes over there, fights Mark Hunt, and actually loses? I don't think this is going to happen. WWE's putting all their chips on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wouldn't go over there to lose. So if Brock Lesnar goes over there and loses, it's going to look bad for him, but I don't think that's the case. Brock Lesnar's going to go over there, he's going to fight, he's going to win, and then he's going to go to SummerSlam where he's going to have his match against whatever, whoever, and then he's going to be on the cover of the game. So he's going to be on UFC, WWE, and the video game cover all in 1 year. I don't see why you wouldn't take that guy, you wouldn't push him to the moon. Here's the thing. With all of this is going to be those massive global UFC, WWE, 2K17, all over the internet, all over the news. We're going to be on ESPN, all that fun stuff. And that's exactly why WWE is doing this and 2K is doing this. Now, I do know that 2K actually gets a choice on who they want for their cover superstar of the game. I've actually sat down and talked to the devs. Yes, they have a choice on who they want, but WWE ultimately has to say yes or no, and they can also make suggestions. So this is coming from 2K and it's coming from WWE, so they're all collaborating together to give you the best cover ever. I think that this is great. I think this is the right step for WWE. As I said, he's going to be a huge superstar with UFC, WWE, and going to make national headlines with that. So Brock Lesnar being on the cover is a good thing. Another thing to think about is Brock Lesnar's career. You think about Brock Lesnar's career, you think about all the guys that he has actually fought, and what's one name that comes to your mind? If you don't say Kurt Angle, then you haven't followed the career of Brock Lesnar. This brings up a good point that a lot of people have been talking about online. Is Kurt Angle going to be in the game? I will say, hopefully. I want him to be in the game. I think if you have a Brock Lesnar showcase or you're going to go over the career of Brock Lesnar, you have to have Kurt Angle in the game. Kurt Angle and him had so many great matches together. They've had matches on SmackDown. They have matches at pay-per-views. They've had matches at WrestleMania. And this is something that, if you're looking at the career of Brock Lesnar, you got to put Kurt Angle right over there. And I think that Kurt Angle would be perfect to put in the game. And I think that there's no reason why we can't get Kurt Angle in the game. Kurt Angle is currently independent. He doesn't work for TNA Impact Wrestling anymore. He can do whatever he wants. So if WWE wants to sign him to a Legends contract, maybe put him in the Hall of Fame this year, maybe have him come back and do a return. I don't know what they want to do with Kurt Angle, but I think you can definitely get Kurt Angle, even just to do a video game appearance, and if that's it, that's it. But that is fine. I think Kurt Angle is looking more positive than negative to be in this game. I think that there's more of a chance that he could be in this game than him not being in the game. So I think if you get Kurt Angle, you got that. Now, if they don't do a 2K showcase on Brock Lesnar, that is fine. That is fine. But we do have this option. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here to say this, but I've talked about how, in the past they did the Attitude Era in the video game and they did all the Attitude Era showcase. What if they decided to do a Ruthless Aggression showcase? Brock Lesnar's perfect for that. He's a perfect cover superstar for that. And I honestly think, and I know I'm going to get flack for this, I think the Ruthless Aggression era is better or just as good as the Attitude Era. I think that if you could focus on some of the great moments during the Ruthless Aggression era, you would have a great showcase right there. And that would be something that I'd actually go back and play. I know that I've said in the past I'm not really a fan of the 2K showcase, but if we could go back and do the Ruthless Aggression era, I think that would be something that I would really, 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 really want to see. Because I think that I've seen enough of the Attitude Era. I've watched a lot of Attitude Era stuff, but I haven't focused on the Ruthless Aggression era too much. So if you can go and add a Ruthless Aggression era mode, that would be great for the game. Now, with this, we can also talk about fantasy stuff that we could be seeing in this game. With Brock Lesnar on the cover, we're talking about Suplex City. The trailers, the vignettes, the commercials, whatever you want to call them, are going to be awesome for this. We show a little glimpse of the Suplex City in there, and we revealed some superstars with that, and then we showed Brock Lesnar walking. So, with that, we could have some cool mode in the game called Suplex City mode. Now, I'm not sure what this Suplex City mode would be, but I think it would be a cool fantasy thing that you could have maybe a city where you can go from fight to fight. I don't know if that's something you would want or not. I'm just throwing ideas off the top of my head. I don't know if these are actually good or bad ideas, so let me know as I throw them out there. If these are awful, if they're really horrible, just say, no, nix that mode. All right, I'm just throwing ideas out here. So you could have a Suplex City mode, sort of like you go from place to place to place to place in Suplex City, and you're fighting all these guys. They showed like a Spinaroonie thing, so you could go over there and fight Booker T. They showed a Del Rio car service, I think. You can go over there to do that. You got Goldberg driving up in the Trooper car. You can go and fight Goldberg. So I think there's a lot of cool options to do like this fantasy Suplex City type I want to talk about kind of like a Super Mario World, right? You remember the way the map was, or Super Mario Brothers 3, the way the map was, where you'd go from city to place to place to place to place before you would actually go to the level? Well, that's what you do. You go from here to here to here to here to here to here, and it would be something cool to change up the style of the game, because mostly you just get into it, you just go from match to match, blah, 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 that's it, and then there you go. But if you have a little map with Suplex City, I don't know. It's an idea, so let me know if it's good, bad, or ugly. But that's something you could do with the game, and it would make it fresh and make it cool. So with Brock Lesnar being in the game, being on the cover superstar of the game, being the ambassador for the game, it's only good things for WWE. Again, you're looking at UFC. There's no reason why you wouldn't want to promote him. If he's going to be in UFC, he's going to be in WWE, and he's going to be on the cover of the video game. There's no reason why you wouldn't want to be him, like a figure of the company, a figurehead of the company, someone that you want to put all your time and effort into. Lastly, just a thought on the top of my head. This might be a part of Brock Lesnar's contract when he signed with WWE. I think when he signed with WWE around WrestleMania last year, I believe that's how it worked. I could be wrong. He could have put a UFC clause in there. He could have made sure that he was on the cover of the video game. And that's something that I would do if I was Brock Lesnar and I was in his position. When the guy comes back, he is a must-see guy. A lot of people say, well, I miss Brock Lesnar now, but then you think about how big of an attraction it is when he is actually here in the WWE. So when Brock Lesnar comes back, you take notice. People are taking notice, and him going to UFC, him going to WWE, him going to be on the cover of the game, it's just huge global attraction, and this is good for WWE. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. What's going to come out of this? Is Kurt Angle going to be in the game? Because I hope so. And then when he is, I will say, oh, it's true. Kurt Angle's in the game. That would be amazing. Are we going to get a Suplex City mode, or is that an awful idea? Really, I don't know. Is that a terrible idea? Do you not want a Suplex City mode? Or are we going to get a Ruthless Aggression? era mode where we go over some of the key moments in the Ruthless Aggression? Or are we going to get just simply a Brock Lesnar showcase mode where we feature on the career of Brock Lesnar? I think all of those sound awesome. Honestly, Suplex City mode should happen. I don't know if it's going to, but I think it's cool. And I think this is going to be cool. Heyman says there's going to be a lot of cool ideas that they haven't seen before in the WWE video games, but that could just be hype. You know, Paul Heyman, the greatest hype man ever. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below about Brock Lesnar being in the video game for Wwe 2K17 on the cover. Honestly, I don't care. It's what's on the inside that matters, right? Never judge a book by its cover, and we'll go with that for here. So anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. As always, TonyPizzaGuy. Sweet.